For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy your FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. Yes then YouTube, we are back with a video which is just going to be the top 5 best formations on EAFC 24 with the custom tactics as well. It isn't in any particular order, it's literally just what I think are the best 5 formations on the game. So starting off, a formation that I did drop a video on yesterday, the 5-2, well actually the day before yesterday, the 5-2-2-1. This formation is elite and amazing, definitely top 5 in the game at the moment. Balanced on the defensive style, 45 on the width, 60 depth or 71 depth. I prefer 71 depth, but some of you, if you don't want to be too aggressive, 60 depth is the way to go. Balanced and direct passing, of course, your bread and butter. 45 on the offensive width, making it a little bit more narrow, making your left forward and your right forward a little bit closer to your striker. 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. The striker is on stay central and getting behind, very important in my opinion. The left winger and the right winger, or whatever they are, centre forwards, I'm not actually sure, come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind and get into the box for cross, and that is exactly the same on the opposite side. Come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind and get into the box for cross. Both central midfielders are on stay on the edge of the box for cross and cover centre, so they will venture forward a little bit, but they won't be pushing right up there next to your next to your forwards at all. Your left wing back and your right wing back, pretty obvious, are also on join the attack and overlap. They are both on the same. And then my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So that's one of the formations. Another formation which is top 5 is of course the 4-3-2-1. Probably has been now since last year, or at least even the year before. It is an amazing 4-back formation, it really is. So balanced on the defensive style, 50 on the width. I don't touch the defensive width with the 4-3-2-1. 71 on the depth, balanced and direct passing on the attacking side. The offensive width though, I do make it very narrow, so I do go down to 40. I want my left forward and my right forward to be, well, they're classed as centre forwards now, but I want the left sided forward and the right sided forward to be very close and very narrow to my striker. 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Player instructions on the 4-3-2-1. Stay central and getting behind on the striker and the right-sided forward, because they will be defending up front when we don't have the ball in the 4-4-2. Because of that, my left forward is then on comeback on defence. They will tuck into the left midfield of a 4-4-2 when we don't have the ball. Left centre mid, get into the box for cross and cover centre. My middle centre mid, he plays as like a CDM, the Rodri role. So because of that, stay back while attacking and also cover centre. Right centre mid, completely default settings, including cover wing. So he will venture over to the right hand side of a 4-4-2 when we don't have the ball. My right back is then the one that is on stay back while attacking, with my left back on join the attack and overlap. So my left back will push on and my right back will almost play as like an inverted fullback, tucking into like the central mid, to be like the third centre back. Goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So they're 2. Number 3, remember, this isn't in any particular order. This is just, in my opinion, the top 5 formations. And if there's any others that are not in this video, let me know in the comment section down below if there's any you disagree or agree with. The 4-4-2, I'm not going to lie, YouTube, I absolutely freaking love this formation. Balanced on the defensive style, 50 width, 71 depth. But remember, if you don't want 71 depth, I would recommend 55 depth with the 4-4-2. Balanced and direct passing. I actually leave the offensive width on 50 in the 4-4-2. I like where my left midfielder and my right midfielder are anyway. I don't really feel the need to change that. 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Player instructions in the 4-4-2. I actually want to close off this gap between my 2 central midfielders and my 2 strikers as much as I can. So because of that, my strikers are on stay central, get in behind and come back on defence. Very important to come back on defence, in my opinion, YouTube. Very, very, very important. My left midfielder is then on come back on defence, get in behind and get into the box for cross. And that is exactly the same as my right midfielder as well. Come back on defence, get in behind and get into the box for cross. Both my central midfielders are on cover centre, and then you're going to want to have your more defensive-minded central midfielder. So for me, on my RTG, it is Jude Bellingham in form. He is then on stay back while attacking, while then the more attack-minded central midfielder, you're going to want to leave that player, well, that central midfielder on balanced attack. So they will venture forward a little bit, but they won't completely YOLO. My left back and my right back are on exactly the same thing. So stay back while attacking. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper again comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. Number 4, but not really number 4 in terms of just, it's kind of just there. I really think it is a top 5 formation this year. And that is the 3-4-2-1. It was amazing last year and using it again this year. I actually did a video on it the other day. Absolutely love it again this year. It is an elite formation for sure. Balanced on the defensive style. 50 on the width, 71 depth. But again, if you don't want 71 depth, I would recommend 55 depth with the 3-4-2-1. Balanced and direct passing, your absolute bread and butter, YouTube. Remember what I'm telling you. Your bread and butter is balanced and direct passing. 45 on the offensive width in the 3-4-2-1. I absolutely love it. I want my left forward and my right forward, again, kind of like with the 4-3-2-1. I want them to be a little bit closer to my striker, giving us more attacking lanes and more passing options when we have the ball. So that's why I use that. 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks. The 7 players in the box and 2 corners and 2 free kicks will always be there, by the way. That's what I use and I love it. All 3 of my forwards, so my striker and my right forward and my left forward, are on the exact same thing. So stay central, get in behind, and stay forward. Very important that you have them on stay central and getting behind, in my opinion. My left midfielder and my right midfielder are then on the exact same thing as well. So come back on defence, stay wide, get in behind, and stay on the edge of the box for cross. I think the stay on the edge of the box for cross is very important in this formation. It stops us getting counter-attacked on, and it helps us out a lot in transition. Both your central midfielders, put them on cover centre, and stay on the edge of the box for cross. In a 3-4-2-1, I don't want my 2 central midfielders getting up in the attacking box. I want them to literally stay on the edge of the box for cross. Again, helps us out with the transition, and then it leaves our 3 forwards to do the damage. Last but not least, my goalkeeper is on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. So they're the top 4. Last but not least, but again, it's not number like 5 in terms of like what it is. It's just, it is a top 5 formation. The 4-2-3-1 and elite formation. I'm not going to bother changing the players, but yeah, you can just see the 4-2-3-1. I would use balanced on the defensive style, 50 on the width, with 71 depth in the 4-2-3-1. But again, if you don't want 71 depth, I would recommend 60 in a 4-2-3-1. We can afford to be a little bit more aggressive because we have 2 CDMs rather than 2 central midfielders and stuff like that. It's why we can up our defensive depth from 55 to 60. That is if you don't want to use 71 depth though, because I love 71 depth. Again, balanced and direct passing. I would actually take it really down to a 40 width in a 4-2-3-1. I want my lamb and my ram. Well, not my lamb and my ram. I want my left-sided cam and my right-sided cam to be quite narrow to help out with the attacking side of the game and the passing lanes. If you don't want that, though, I would recommend leaving it on the preset 50 width. 7 players in the box, 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Player instructions, stay central and get in behind on the striker. That is it. All 3 of the cams I would put on comeback on defence and get into the box for cross. If that is a little bit too defensive for you though, I would maybe leave your cam on stay forward or basic defence support just to leave them a little bit further forward to help you out with the counter attacks and stuff like that. Your CDMs, put both of them on cover centre and then I would leave both of them on balanced attack. So both of them will venture forward. If you find that a little bit too attacking though, put the more defensive minded CDM on stay back while attacking. And then last but not least, both your right back and your left back will be on stay back while attacking as well. And then the goalkeeper comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is, in my opinion, the top 5 best formations on EAFC 24. Drop this video a like for me, YouTube. Drop a comment down below. And if you can please hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive male attitude. Peace out. One love.